This is the story of how Duck the Great Western Engine came to Sodor, and this was back in the old days, a long time ago, when Henry, Gordon, and James are always very stubborn and really boastful around small engines. And that soon changed when those three big engines met Duck. "Do you know what?" asked Percy. "What?" grunted Gordon. "Do you know what?" "Silly," said Gordon. "Of course I don't know what, if you don't tell me what is." "Sir Topham Hatt says that the work in the yard is too heavy for me. He's getting a bigger engine to help me," said Percy cheerfully. James was in between Percy and Gordon, and he was already heard everything. "Rubbish," he said. "If you worked more and chatted less, this yard would be sweeter and better and happier place." Percy went to fetch some coaches. Silly signal, he thought, remembering the time that Gordon and James teased him about a backing signal, a signal that goes up instead of down. Now Percy was the youngest engine in Timisheds, and he didn't like it when those three big engines, Henry, Gordon, and James, bossed him around and telling him what to do. He hated it, and he wished that he had one to take place for him, standing up for those three bullies. "No one listens to me now. They think I'm a silly little engine, and they just order me about. I'll show them. I'll show them," he puffed as he ran about the yard. But he didn't know how. By the end of the afternoon, he left tired and unhappy. He brought some coaches to the station and set it puffing by the side of the platform. "Hello, Percy," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You look tired." "Yes, sir, I am, sir," said Percy. "I don't know if I'm standing on my dome or my wheels." "You look the right way up to me," laughed Sir Topham Hatt. "Cheer up, the new engine is bigger than you, and he can probably do the work alone. Would you like to help me build my new harbor? Thomas and Toby are helping." "Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir," said Percy happily. The next morning the new engine arrived. "What's your name?" asked Sir Topham Hatt. "Montague, sir, but I'm usually called Duck," he replied. "They say I waddle. I don't really, sir, but I like Duck better than Montague." "Good. Duck it shall be. Here, Percy, show Duck around." The two engines went off together, and soon they were busy. James, Henry, and Gordon watched Duck quietly doing his work. "He seems a simple sort of engine. We'll have some fun and order him about." "Quack, quack, quack, quack," like they said, and they wheezed steam at Duck. Smoke billowed everywhere. Percy was cross, but Duck took no notice. "They'll get tired of it soon. Do they tell you to do things, Percy?" "Yes, they do," answered Percy. "Right," said Duck. "We'll soon stop that nonsense." He whispered something to Percy. "We'll do it later." Sir Topham had had a good day. He was looking forward to having buttered toast for tea at home. Suddenly he heard an extraordinary noise. He looked out the window, and he saw— "Bother!" he said, and he hurried to the yard. Duck and Percy were sitting calmly outside the switches, refusing to let the big engines in. Gordon, Henry, and James were furious. They whistled angrily. "Stop that noise!" bellowed Sir Topham Hatt. "They won't let us in," said the big engines. "Duck, explain this behavior." "Beg pardon, sir, but I am a Great Western engine. We do our work without fuss. But begging your pardon, sir, Percy and I would be glad if you informed these engines that we only take orders from you." The big engines blew their whistles loudly. "Silence!" said Sir Topham Hatt. Percy and Duck, I am pleased with your work, but not with your behavior today. You have caused a disturbance." Gordon, Henry, and James snickered and grinned to themselves. Sir Tom had then turned to the big engines. "As for you," he thundered, "you've been worse. You made a disturbance. Duck is quite right. This is my railway, and I give the orders. And you all should know better than to boss around with little engines telling them what to do. That's my job, not yours." After Percy went away, Duck was managed to work on his own. He did so easily. The moral of the story is, when somebody is bossing you around, you should tell somebody and they will help you. You shouldn't just do something to pay them back because you might think that is what they deserve, but it's not. And I think Henry, Gordon, and James really should learn not to boss others around just because they are too important. Like Gordon always says, "Oh, the indignity."
That too.
The end.